the long from the Longview, Texas area, guys, and I have the privilege, the pleasure, and the honor of introducing a gentleman that I have a tremendous amount of respect for. I've actually been knowing this gentleman for well over 20 plus years. We got a chance to do some business together back when he was in Dallas, Texas. And ladies and gentlemen, I watched this gentleman just literally change lives all over the world. I've watched him build global businesses, and I actually watched him go from Dallas, Texas to where he's currently living now, which is Hanoi, Vietnam. And it's really because of the success that he's been able to have building businesses globally. He's actually been featured in Success from Home magazine on 4 different occasions. He actually graced the front cover of it twice. And again, ladies and gentlemen, you don't do that by not building others up. And I've watched this gentleman, his integrity that he have, and just always giving to others. And as a matter of fact, several years ago, when he was in another country, I remember getting a phone call from him and him telling me about this thing called Bitcoin. And I didn't know much about it at the time. It was only $400. And ladies and gentlemen, let's just say I did not take his advice at that time. And all of a sudden I looked up and this thing called Bitcoin was over $20,000. And I reached back out to Mr. McBay. And ladies and gentlemen, he welcomed me with open arms. He started to mentor me, started to share some things with me that literally has helped to shape and change my life. And so I got a phone call from Mr. McBay. Where actually he shared a vision with me towards the end of last year of a concept that he had that was so simple and so unique. But I knew without a shadow of a doubt, once he shared that with me, that it was going to positively affect so many people's lives all across the world. And ladies and gentlemen, I had to become a part of it. And so over the next several moments, guys, I want to ask you just to make sure to grab a pen, grab a pad so that you could take some notes on the information that's about to be shared with you right now from the affiliate chairman of CPT all the way from Hanoi, Vietnam, Mr. Antoine McBay. Mr. McBay, take it away, sir.
Kevin, thank you so very much, man. I appreciate the kind words. You said some tremendously nice things about me. However, the information that I'm about to share with everyone is truly not about me. It's about what it could do for them and their family. But, I have known you for a few decades, and man, I've watched you grow in this industry, become an incredible leader. You now have grown your business globally, and the best is yet to come. And so I'm appreciative to have you here and trusting Copy Pro Traders. For those of you that are guests, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. We're going to get right to it. I'm recording this presentation. At the end, I will stop the recording and allow you to hear from some of the key members. But meanwhile, I want to share with you what all the excitement it's about. I mean, I'm excited today. It's a brand new week. And I woke up this morning, I had lungs in my breath, which means I have an opportunity. So I'm excited. So let me go ahead and share my screen. We're going to get right to it, guys. As Kevin stated, I'm originally from Dallas, Texas. Now, if somebody would have told me that I would be living in Vietnam, learning to speak the language, understanding the Vietnamese culture, there's no way I could have actually fathomed that, just to be honest with you. A young man that grew up in Dallas and Oak Cliff area, there's no way I could have even imagined that. But I just tried to do every single thing my mother told me to do. She said, you got to graduate high school. You got to go to college. You got to graduate college and you got to get a good job. That's just what my mom told me. And I'm sure that sounds familiar to a lot of you. Your parents probably told you the exact same thing. And I almost did everything my mom told me to do. I did graduate from high school, and I'm a firm believer we all have dreams and goals when we graduate high school. My dream was to play professional American football. But it's very obvious the man upstairs didn't have that plan for Antoine McBay. I was fortunate enough to go to university on an athletic scholarship to play the game that I loved, that was dear to my heart. But 2 weeks after graduating high school, my mother passed away at the age of 37 with breast cancer. And I had a 6-year-old brother at that time. Since I could no longer fulfill that dream of playing in the NFL due to a severe knee injury, I decided to quit college and come home and work. Help support my grandmother, whom had a 4th grade education, help support my brother. And that's when I got introduced to the traditional corporate structure through life experiences, I found out very quickly nothing is promised in the traditional corporate structure. I tried working 2 and 3 jobs just to make the ends meet. Some of y'all can relate. You know exactly what I'm talking about. But I found out very quickly 2 and 3 jobs, quite frankly, are for 2 and 3 people. I got introduced to the direct sales industry, and that was like a breath of fresh air to me. It looked like a level playing field where they didn't ask me my race, my gender, my religion, my education. None of those things matter. They just said, if you go do this, you can earn this. And I've been in that space now for more than 24 years. I've also been a consultant in the industry. I've had massive success, as Kevin has shared with you. I've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly of this industry. I've almost, quite honest with you, developed a love-hate relationship for the industry because I know so much about it. I did not know cryptocurrency. It wasn't until I found a mentor, a Chinese lady that was born in Vietnam, raised in Los Angeles, California, who had known me for about 10 years in the direct sales space, begin to mentor me on Bitcoin and blockchain technology. This was 5 years ago when Bitcoin was less than $400. I began to pay for my gas with Bitcoin, my electric bill with Bitcoin. I began to buy groceries with Bitcoin. It was the most amazing thing back then. I would fill up my tank with $60, and about a week to 2 weeks later, that $60 was right back in my account. And I'm thinking, man, why isn't everybody doing this? If I'd have used my Wells Fargo debit card, that $60 is gone. The only way it ever comes back is if somebody makes a deposit. Why isn't everybody doing this? And I had to remember, they don't know what they don't know, because I remember 5 years ago, people telling me it's a bubble, it's going to bust. Well, the bubble hasn't burst yet, and we're 10 years into this thing, strong, more than 10 years. And now you got major financial institutions that have joined the bubble, the so-called bubble. And so with that being said, I've seen hundreds of different crypto business models that have come my way. I've seen the promise to pay type models that you hand over your hard-earned money and they promise to pay you a certain percentage every single day, and you can double your money over the next 6 months. I've got about 11 Bitcoin reasons why I don't prefer that model. I've seen the models where they've got this coin that you can buy real estate and you can buy all these different things, and this coin is going to grow in value. Listen to me. I've got a wallet right now with millions of coins that I can't do a damn thing with. Just being blatantly honest with you. I can't do anything with them. So I've experienced a lot in this cryptocurrency space, and I've created a model that I felt that was needed in the cryptocurrency space with transparency and truth versus a Ponzi scheme, a money game, or any of those type of business model. I want to be very clear. What I'm about to share with you, it is nothing like that. If you want to do those models, guess what? There's a bunch of them out there. You can go do those models. This is not a smart contract model. That's 100% recruit driven. And I could leverage my skill sets and my talents and my network to go build an incredible business like that. I choose not to do that. I'm only speaking about me. I'm not speaking about others. That's not something I want to do. I don't pimp people, and I put people before profits. I wanted a real business that if I didn't want to open my mouth and say one word to one single person, that I could leverage my own discretionary cash and earn. And so the business model that I'm going to share with you, I've been living it for 4 years, living it, following one pro trader. So now that I have your undivided attention, let's get right to it. Who are we? We're Copy Pro Traders. We are a crypto trade execution platform for professional traders and their followers, but we're also a crypto trade execution platform for the non-professional traders that are looking for professionals to copy. We have provided a platform that I feel is one of the absolute easiest crypto trading on the planet. And of course, like any other company, we want to grow our customer base, but we're going to do that through user experience, allowing everyday ordinary people to help us grow this business. Being a software company, we provide real crypto trade executions based on professional traders for our subscribers. So we're bridging the gap between pro traders and a global social trade community. One question you may have is, why would pro traders want to get involved with CPT? Well, let me answer that question. It's very simple. pro traders that I've talked to and interviewed, they're leveraging Telegram channels to build a group and to try to collect money and charge for their expertise in sending out trade signals. The problem with that is they can't truly scale, because the majority of the people that are getting involved with cryptocurrency, they've never ever opened up an account on a cryptocurrency exchange, much less know how to take a trade signal and go into that exchange and put in a buy order. They don't know how to do that. And I'm talking about the majority and not the minority. And here we come with a proprietary software that allows everyday ordinary people to follow and take the exact same trades automatically. That's why pro traders will want to get involved, because they can grow globally and they can introduce their following as well. But here's one of the most important parts that separate our business model from a lot of the other crypto business models that exist. Users maintain possession of their crypto assets 100% of the time. In other words, finally, you've got a cryptocurrency company that's not trying to convince you with a fancy video and a fancy website to go into your bank account and turn over your hard-earned money. Copy Pro Traders is saying, keep your money. In other words, we don't want it. We don't take possession of anyone's asset. I need you to understand that. Let's talk about mass adoption that's about to take place in the cryptocurrency. There's so much taking place in 2021 as opposed to 5 years ago when I got started. You know, now you've got JP Morgan Chase, who in 2017 called Bitcoin a fraud. In 2017, he called it a fraud, and the price of Bitcoin tanked after he made that announcement, saying it was for drug dealers and thieves. But what people didn't know is they were opening up a corporate office in Bali. I was there in 2018. I was going to move to Bali. And they were specifically opening up that office to study blockchain technology. They were in all along. Now in 2020, guess what? Surprise, we're all in on Bitcoin. The same individual that called it a fraud is now all in. But it's not just JP Morgan Chase, which is the largest financial institution in the US. It's Morgan Stanley, all in. Now you got the NBA, who have renamed the Miami Heat American Airlines Center after a cryptocurrency exchange, FTX. That's never ever happened in the history of cryptocurrency. They signed a 19-year, $100+ million deal. You got Mark Cuban from Shark Tank, the owner of the Dallas Mavericks, who was completely against cryptocurrency, now accept Dogecoin in the Mav store to buy Mav gear. You got Trevor Lawrence, the +1 draft pick in the NFL from Clemson, that was drafted by the Jacksonville Jaguars, converted his entire $20+ million signing bonus into cryptocurrency. It's never, ever happened before in the history of the NFL. So much is changing now. You got El Salvador that have now announced that Bitcoin is a legal currency in the country. It's the first, and I can tell you many more will follow. You got Governor Greg Abbott in Texas, where I'm from, that have given the green light to allow state banks to hold cryptocurrency. I've been telling people this for a long time. You're in cryptocurrency. The question is whether you're participating in the benefits of cryptocurrency or not, because if you got money in the bank, guess what? They're in cryptocurrency with your money. They're in the game. Everybody is getting in the game. And you got people sitting on the sideline looking at what's taking place. They don't know what they don't know, but they also have heard horror story after horror story after horror story on cryptocurrency. They've heard all these horror stories. They've got relatives that have lost Bitcoin through some type of business opportunity that was a Ponzi scheme. And they associate Bitcoin as the scheme, not understanding it's not Bitcoin or cryptocurrency. It was just a bad business model. It wasn't sustainable. And they're sitting on the sideline watching the price of Bitcoin break records, watching Ethereum break records, listening to Elon Musk, who accepted Bitcoin and now about to accept Dogecoin to buy Tesla and considering accepting Bitcoin again. They're listening to all of this. But I also know this, the mass majority that's coming into crypto, they don't want to spend hours and hours and hours behind a computer monitor, understanding charts and graphs and reading candlesticks and pips. They don't want to do that. They want simplicity. They want to make sure that they can align themselves with a company that cannot walk away with their money. They would like to earn and keep 100% of their profits if that type of model is available. That's what they want. And that's what CopyPro Traders offers them. CopyPro Traders don't have any fees based on trading, nor are there any volume limits on trades or revenue shared based on volume or profits. It's a very, very clean business model. But this is a long-term play. This is not a short-term play, because it's so transparent here. You're going to see everything. Your money never, ever leaves your account. How are we doing this? First of all, our pro traders are consistently reviewed to ensure high quality trading. And trading is commission free from the pro traders. In other words, the pro traders, they don't even know you're following them. The pro traders, they don't know how much you fund your account with to begin trading. The pro traders, they don't know how much you're trading per trade. They don't have access to that information. They're just simply leveraging the proprietary software to facilitate trades they would take even if there was no CopyPro Traders. And you can just so happen to take the exact same trades automatically, even while you're sleeping, with your funds never, ever leaving your possession. And you can keep 100% of the trading results. Folks, it doesn't get any better than that. You can profit from trading yourself, being a trader, copying a trader, and or building a referral base if you choose to. You see, everyone that joins CopyPro Traders is a customer. Everyone. It's not until you decide to leverage your efforts and introduce others and earn at least $600 in affiliate commissions that you become an affiliate. And if you choose to do so, we're paying unlimited commissions in an asset like Bitcoin that has the potential to increase in value anywhere from 2,000 to 12,000% over the next 12 months. We do use compression in our compensation plan so that all of the available commission is paid out. What do you need to have to get started? You got to have a cryptocurrency wallet. You need to set up an account with a cryptocurrency exchange, which would be equivalent to a bank. We're currently working with 3 exchanges: Kraken, Binance.com, HitBTC. And then you pay your monthly subscription to follow that pro trader. It's $99 a month in Bitcoin. It's less than $3.75 for a cup of coffee. You know, I remember living in the US, and every morning I was going to $5 to get me some coffee. Starbucks. Yeah, $5 because I'll order the caramel macchiato with double shot of caramel, and it's about $5. $5. Every day religiously, I would use the app and I would order what I want, and all I would have to do is pull up to that Starbucks, walk to the counter, I've already paid for it, look for my name, grab my latte, and I'm out. They made it so convenient for you to spend that $5. Here, for a long-term investment play, it's less than a cup of Starbucks coffee. Do you have the long-term vision and thinking? This is not one of those deals where you just try for a month and see how it works. If that's your thinking, save your $99. Don't do it. It's like rolling the dice trying to play the lottery and see if you can win. Don't do it. Don't do it. You connect your API code and your private code from your exchange to the CPT software so that when the pro trader takes the trade, the software can communicate with your exchange and facilitate that trade that will take place where? Inside of your exchange. Complete transparency. Your money never ever leaves your possession. You see it all. And you can select the pro trader that you want to follow. This is a screenshot of the QR code once you input your information, where you can then pay for your subscription. Okay, if you're paying from an exchange, you want to add a little bit more money, an additional $20, $30. Why? Because the exchange have transaction fees. They are like the bank. It's free to open up the account on the exchange, but they make their money on the in and the out on transactions. Okay, and right below the QR code, it says, after making your payment, click here to check the status. In other words, you can make sure that CopyPro traders will receive the adequate amount, as well as if there's been 3 blockchain confirmation. Once there's been 3 blockchain confirmations, your account is automatically active. This is a screenshot of the back office dashboard where you set up your account for trading. You can select the default exchange that you're going to use. You can check the active trade box when you want to begin trading, and you can uncheck the box when you want to stop trading. You have full control. You can enter in the amount per trade. We're doing what's called spot trading, swing trades with USDT Tether. Tether is considered a stable coin. It's crypto, but it's not as volatile as the currencies that we're going to be buying. And we're going to swing into the market, buying low, selling high, capturing the gains. That's the goal. And we're going to do it over and over and over again. Buy low, sell high, capture the gains. Buy low, sell high, capture the gains. Now, does it happen that way every single time? Absolutely not. This is real trading. This is not some Ponzi money scheme. You will see it all take place inside of your exchange. But guess what? You have full control of your money 100% of the time. Did you hear me? You have control, not us. We just facilitate through leveraging the software to take the exact same trades as the pro traders that you select. We numerically number the traders based on closed trades performance for the week. And you can just take the exact same trades automatically. You set up your API keys and your API secret key. Right below every exchange, you'll see, for example, Kraken instructions, Binance.com instructions, HitBTC instructions. Those are hyperlinks. When you click on them, they open up. It gives you visual aid pictures, what box to check, what box not to check. If I need to enter a nonce, whatever I need to do, the instructions are right there. Follow those instructions to the T. Don't do anything outside of what you see in those instructions. And then you receive an email that lets you know the trader you are following has just made a trade to buy Link in this example. We're buying about 9 of your top echelon coins. So we're not buying your typical trash coins or pump and dump coins. These are coins that have incredible white papers behind them, which explains their technology and why they exist. And they're pretty much not going anywhere. Coins like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Link, ADA, which is Cardano, Bitcoin Cash, Dogecoin, just to name a few. DOT. Great white paper behind those coins. In the future, we will add BTC pairs. That's to come in the future. Right now, we're just trading about 9 of your top coins, buying them low, selling them high. So when you enter a trade, you get this email that lets you know the trader you are following has just made a trade to buy Link with USDT, and you can verify where? On your exchange, not your back office dashboard, on your exchange, because that's where all trades take place. We're happy to have you here as a part of the family of traders. We're here to help you every step of the way. Now, in the future, we're going to add in this email that you receive the trader that you're following and the trade ID that will help you identify exactly what trade. You see, we're going to get better and better and better as a company. We're going to add that. That would make it so much easier, because sometimes the trader will buy Link 2 and 3 times. So how do you know which link closed? How do you know? Normally you have to go navigate and look through that. We're going to make it easier for you by putting the trader ID in the email. When the trader sells Link, you get an email letting you know the trader you are following has just made a trade to sell Link for USDT. You can verify where? On your exchange. Now, once you get this email, allow the process to take place. It may not be instant that it happens. Just give it a little time and you will see the transactions take place. The first trader that I endorsed was Doha. Why? Because I've been living on this trader strategy for 4 years. I knew what the consumers were going to get. And even though the traders that we interviewed, they were amazing. They were very transparent. They showed us their trade history on their own exchange, and it was phenomenal. But it was on their exchange, and it wasn't inside of Copy Pro Traders. And at the beginning, I didn't feel comfortable endorsing any of the traders until I can see what they can do inside of Copy Pro Traders. You know, it reminds me back when I used to play football. You know, when I went to university, the coaches would say, Antoine, you were an outstanding athlete in high school. We know what you did last year, but what are you going to do this year? You see, the past is the past. And past performance is not indicative of future gains. So we want to see what you can do here. And same with the traders. I seen what they could do in their past. It was amazing. But I need to see what you can do inside of Copy Pro Traders. And so when we first started, which was in January, the pro trader that I endorsed was Doha, because I knew what you were going to get. She wanted to average at least 2% on all of her trades. She wanted to take a lot of trades, averaging 2%. So she wanted to get on base, so to speak. And she knew if she can get on base, taking a lot of trades, averaging 2%, some would be 3, 3.5, 4, 6%, 7%, and so on and so forth. So in January, from the 5th to the 31st, she took a total of 62 trades, and 52 of them were winners. Now, let me answer one question that some of you may have. Will the traders trade every single day? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. The traders are not just sending out trade signals to be sending out trades. They're taking actual trades. And it depends on that trader's strategy or what's going on in the market to determine when they trade. In the month of January, there were 2 weeks. We went 4.5 days, no trades. People would message me like, is something going on? Why there's no trades? I said, no, nothing's going on. Everything's perfect. It's based on Doha strategy. Another week, 4.5 days, no trades. Another week, 2 days, no trades. But we still had 62 trades in less than 30 days. More than enough trades. My point is, trust the process. Trust the process. Now, if you go 5 days, 6 days, no trades, you may want to reset your API keys, because sometimes the API keys go down on the exchange and they don't tell us. You see, we're playing ball at the mercy of the exchanges. And if they don't go down, I mean, it's great if they let everyone know that the API keys go down, but sometimes they don't. And our corporate staff, they're monitoring every single trade. Also, if we feel that you need to reset your API keys, you'll get an email that says, you know what, if you haven't had a trade within the last XYZ, you may want to reset your API keys. We kind of give you a heads up if we feel that it's necessary. Now, we will get to the point where we add an API key test button in the back office of the dashboard. We're not there yet, but we will get there. So that anytime you want to test with a minimum trade to make sure your API keys are set, it's coming. It's coming, but we're not there yet. Rome wasn't built in a day, but there's so much more to come. But when we look at Doha's performance in the month of January, 36.18% monthly profit, 2.87% average per trade. She underpromised and over-delivered. And then as these traders came on board, they start performing. And we get to share their numbers. From the 26th to the 19th, Clarence, our newest trader, averaged 7.265% on 160 closed trades. Doha, 6.835% on 101 closed trades. Jonathan, 6.58%, 91 closed trades. Carlo, 1.697, 161 closed trades. Ramon, 9.25, 25 closed trades. Marcus, 4.967, 87 closed trades. Now, let's talk about a little bit these trader strategy and how you would want to make sure you set up your account based on which trader you follow. Now, Clarence takes a lot of trades. And he will tell you, you don't want to trade more than 3 to 5% of your total balance in your portfolio. In other words, he's saying you want to be able to structure your account where you can take a minimum of 20 trades. Minimum. Listen to me. I don't ever believe you should make your minimums your maximums. In my opinion, because Clarence takes a lot of trades, if you're going to follow Clarence, you need to be upwards in the 50s, 60s. Ideal. Now, obviously, everybody may not can do that. You do what you can do. On the other side of that coin, If you follow someone like Clarence that takes a lot of trades, you got to take the good with the bad. Meaning, if the market drops, you could be caught with a lot of open trades because he takes a lot of trades. It's the good with the bad. And when that happens, you play the waiting game. Because remember, we are acquiring assets. You never, ever lose unless you sell an asset that you acquire for less than what you bought it. So in other words, if you bought gold and you have taken possession of that gold and you bought it for $1,000 an ounce, now that gold drops to $500 an ounce, would you sell that gold for $500 and give up that gold? Or would you just hold on to that gold and wait for the market to recover? That's a question. Some people panic and they sell the gold for less than what they bought it. Listen to me. When you're trading like this, you don't trade funds that you can't afford to set aside. You don't trade funds that you can't afford to lose. You don't trade the rent money, the bill money. You trade discretionary money, money that's sitting in a savings account that's been sitting there for a few years doing nothing, earning 3% a year. That's what you trade. You be in for the long haul, because if you do that, I'm a prime example. I've been living it for 4 years. And the market's been up and down, up and down, up and down over the past 4 years. Things that are happening in the market today is nothing new to me. I've seen it ever since I've been in the market, and it will continue to happen. It's volatile. But you have to understand how to play this game. And when you understand how to play the game, you play it to win. When the market drops, I put more in because I want to buy the dip. I want to buy deep. And if you're an affiliate and you're saying to yourself, well, I wanted to introduce others, but now I don't want to because the price dropped, your thinking is wrong. Why would you wait to introduce me to this business when Bitcoin is at $50,000 when you could have introduced it to me when Bitcoin is at 38,000? I want to buy it at 38, not 50, not 45. I want to buy it low. And right now is the opportune time to expose the masses to the CPT model. And you can be transparent. You can show them your trades. Look, this is my trades where I bought. I haven't lost. I got to wait. But here's some other ones when I bought right, and look, my returns. The proof is in the pudding. Here it is. Transparency is what people want. They don't want to be hoodwinked. They're tired of all the games. They're tired of all the false promises. They're fed up with it. Tell the people the truth. The truth shall set you free. And here with Copy Pro Traders, that's all you're going to get is the truth. This is a long-term play. That's the truth. So if you're going to follow Clarence, you need to structure your account accordingly. Be ready for the risk factor. Don't have misconsistency. Average minimum of 20 trades. 30, 35, good. Jonathan, minimum of 20 trades. Carlo, now, if you're going to follow Carlo, look at his percentage, 1.697%. Look at his number of trades. That tells you he takes a lot of trades. Carlo wants to be in and out real quick, but he's only looking for 1.5%, 2% if he can get it. That's all he's looking for, which means if you're going to follow Carlo, you can't follow Carlo on a $50 trade, on a $100 trade. It doesn't financially make sense because the exchange will eat up your margins. You got to up your per trade amount if you're going to follow someone like Carlo. Are you hearing me? Are you hearing me? See, what's 1.5% of $2,000? Do you understand? If you're doing that 4 and 5 times, what's 1% of 1,000? What's 1% of 5,000? Do you understand? You up your per trade amount if you're going to follow someone like Carlo. Ramon, he's more of a long-term play. May not take a lot of trades, but he knows what he's looking for. So if you're going to follow him, then guess what? Be in it to stick and see it through. Marcus, another outstanding trader, minimum 20, 30, 35 trades. These traders are outstanding, all of them, and they all have their own strategy. And it's about the time that we set up another Zoom call with the traders that want to participate and give them about 15 minutes to kind of talk a little bit about their strategy. And we will record it and get it out to the masses. We've done this before. We'll do it again. We'll do it again. But that's so you can understand how to structure your account. Some people have more than one account because they want to follow more than one trader. To each his own. Now, let's talk about the affiliate plan. For those of you who have been a part of CPT for quite some time, listen to me. You need to leverage the affiliate plan. Some people are doing it and they're killing it. They're crushing it. There are people that have earned more than 3 BTC since January. Since January. Listen to me. I watched the movie many years ago, and I took my kids to see the movie. But the movie really hit me. It was a powerful movie. And then I went to New York and I even watched the stage play live. And it's Lion King. Lion King has a very powerful message. It's the circle of life. It's not about if life happens, it's about when life happens. Because the reality is life is going to happen to us all. I remember growing up teasing my grandmother. I would kind of say something and she would be cooking in the kitchen and she would just not even look at me. She would just say, it's okay, baby. Just keep a living. Just keep a living. And I'm thinking, keep a living? What does she mean by keep a living? Well, as I got older, I understood exactly what she meant. She means if you keep living, you're going to experience some LIFE, life. And here's what I need you to understand when you got a business model like this. A business model that allows you to expose others where you don't have to put your integrity on the line. In the event something happens to Copy Pro traders and someone's money is gone. That can never happen here, ever. We don't take possession of it. So you can feel comfortable exposing others to the business model, providing transparency and truth. I don't make any promise of returns here. I just speak the truth. And that's all you have to do. Showing people the business model and how it works, allowing them to determine their own risk factor. Because if we know life is going to happen, why don't we prepare for life happening? And life could be a number of things. Life could be marriage. Life could be divorce. Life could be a newborn baby. Life could be the point in time where you have to provide for your elderly parents. Life could be a child going to college that requires funding. Life could be you in the hospital. Life could be death. Life could be a number of things. It's not about if life happens, it's about when. And Lion King teaches all of us it's the circle of life. So why don't we be proactive as opposed to reactive to something that we already know that's going to happen? It's called LIFE, life. A lot of you are familiar with the cash flow quadrant. So many people are part of the left side of the quadrant, employee, where they trade hours for dollars. And some even tried to be self-employed, which they thought was a better step, where they own a business, but in reality, the business owns them. The reality is we all need to be on this right side of the quadrant. Why? Because it prepares you for life happening. You see, when you have a business like what we're sharing with you, you can leverage your efforts where you're no longer the only person responsible for your income. And if you're participating in the I quadrant, the investment quadrant, now you're putting your money to work for you as opposed to you working for the money. The problem with the I is a lot of people don't have enough capital to leverage the I quadrant. So we're giving you the best of both worlds on the right side of this quadrant. where you can build a business if you choose, leveraging your efforts on a global platform without jeopardizing your integrity. And yet at the same time, we're putting you in the I quadrant where you determine your own risk factor without giving up the custody of your asset. Life is going to happen. And folks, it happened to me. It happened to me a couple of weeks ago. Me, in great shape, height, weight, in proportion, been an athlete all my life. But something wasn't right. Something wasn't right. I'm looking at my food when I eat, and my food, it's blurry. I'm like, what's going on? I get my glasses. I put my glasses on, hoping that would help, and it's still blurry. And I'm thinking, man, did it change already? My prescription? That's fast. I sit down for a while. My energy is low. I stand up, I'm dizzy. Didn't know what was going on. It got to the point where I said, I'm walking across the street. I'm going to the pharmacy. I'm checking my blood pressure. And I checked my blood pressure. It was 170/50. And she said, you need to go to the hospital. And here I am in Vietnam, a third world country, where 99% of the language is Vietnamese. I know very, very little. I understand very, very little. I don't understand medical terminology. Are you hearing me? Life can happen. Now COVID is starting to run rampant here in Vietnam. So the protocols at the hospital are completely different. So we decided to make an appointment, have a doctor come to the house, but the doctor couldn't come to the next morning to do a test. I'm sitting there for about another 20, 30 minutes. I said, no, I need to go to the hospital now. We go to the hospital. They check my blood pressure. It seemed normal. I'm like, okay, but I still feel a little dizzy when I get up. My energy's still low. I check my blood pressure again. Seems normal. I was like, oh, okay. Then they draw my blood. They come back 2 hours later, speaking in Vietnamese, telling me, you need to go to the hospital. Are you in any pain? No. You feel no pain? No. And they're saying, we don't even know how you're standing here. I'm like, what do you mean? You've lost a little over 50% of your blood. You need a blood transfusion right now. You need to go to this hospital, an international hospital, where they can give you a blood transfusion right now. I'm thinking, what? So I'm walking back to the car, processing what I just heard. A doctor speaking Vietnamese, translation taking place. I need a blood transfusion. I need a blood transfusion. I've never had a blood transfusion. And I go to this hospital, and I'm in this certain room because of COVID, and they're pumping bags of blood in me. Not one, not two, not three, 4 bags of blood that day. I needed more. But they said, you know what? We can't give you more right now. We need to make sure your body's not going to reject the blood. The next day, another bag, and another bag, and another bag. Are you hearing me? I was in the hospital for a week. Unexpectedly, all of a sudden, I passed the COVID test. They were able to move me to another room. And I'm thinking, all of this happened like that. And you know what? In the midst of it all, I had to trust the process. Trust the process of the doctors that had more experience than me medically. Trust the process of the facility of where I was at, which obviously in a third world country was nothing like anything in the US. And in my mind, I need to go to another hospital. I'm looking at the facility. No, I need to go to another hospital. Call the doctor that sent me to this hospital. And that doctor said, no, tell him to stay exactly where he is. It may not look the best, but they got the best doctors for his issue. Plus, if he moves to another hospital, it looks better, but they don't have the better doctors. And better yet, The blood that he needs, that hospital will request that blood from the hospital where he's already at. You see, had I made a decision based on the way things looked, I could have jeopardized my life. You cannot make decisions based on how the market looks when you're not the expert. You got to trust the process. I trust the process. And these doctors were great. They were magnificent, and they helped me to regain my strength. I'm not 100%, but I'm not where I used to be. And if we know life is going to happen, why not leverage a business model like Copy Pro Traders? We're structured completely different. We're leveraging a social entrepreneurship business model where we can take a for-profit business and we can help solve social global issues. One of the issues we want to address and help solve is the lack of nutrition in children. There's one child that dies every 6 seconds due to nutrition. When you subscribe, you're helping to provide a meal to a child. You're making a difference. The more income you earn in Copy Pro Traders, the more impact you have on the lives of others. When you make a difference in your own personal world, through Copy Pro Traders, you're helping to make a difference in the world. It's a win-win-win-win business model through our Missions of Love project. One of the charitable organizations that we're working with is Feed My Starving Children. They've been doing this for 17 years. They've got a great global footprint of shipping meals worldwide. More importantly, they have the proper nutritional meal content to give the children's body what it needs on a day-to-day basis. So far, they've shipped more than 2.7 billion meals. In Vietnam, we donated on behalf of Copy Pro Traders. Our consumers, you as members, contribute to help fight COVID in Vietnam. We bought masks, we bought hand sanitizer, we provided cases of food to give back to Vietnam. All of that is because of you, along with these Vietnamese leaders and Pro Trader Doha that you see there. That's not me doing that. That's us doing that. It's a we thing here, not a me thing here. We're purpose driven and we're mission led. As far as our compensation plan, it's very simple. It's very clean. We don't have these binaries, 2/3, 3/3. We don't have all these different ranks. It's a simple yet powerful, incredible compensation plan. $21 on your direct in Bitcoin, $7 on your indirect in Bitcoin, and we have one paid top affiliate position, $10 bonus. Let's break them down. $21 direct commissions every month for every referred monthly subscription you make. When you make the referral, you get paid. After 3 blockchain confirmation, your money is available. No waiting around for the money here. This is not a promise to pay, but I promise you, we do pay. When they renew, you get paid 21. You can refer as many people as you like to collect that 21. Number 2, indirect. When you make your second referral, it unlocks generations 2 through 7, where you're going to receive $7 on all of their referrals and their referrals and their referrals. This is where the business gets past you. While I was in the hospital for a week, my income went up. Are you hearing me? My income went up, and all I could do was thank God. I'm like, oh my goodness. I'm so grateful. I'm so thankful. My income went up. For some, it's a complete different experience. They're going into their savings account. Some people may have lost their job because they can't afford to be off. I experienced that with my mom when she fought cancer. Yes, she died 2 weeks after I graduated high school, but she fought breast cancer all 4 years I was in high school, and she had a great job at a bank. But I remember times when she was going through chemotherapy, the lights were being turned off. I didn't understand that back then, but mom couldn't go to work. She was trading hours for dollars, and when mom couldn't work, there were things getting turned off. Life happening. She was the only person responsible for her income. The only one. And I said, I will make sure I'm never the only person responsible for my income. You can leverage that through this business model. Top affiliate qualification, when you have personally referred 15 or more active subscriptions and they have at least 5 subscription referrals, you rise in rank, you're recognized as a top affiliate. This is an additional $10 bonus that's paid to the first top affiliate in line of sponsorship, regardless of the levels. So this means you can be paid beyond the 7 levels. It pays you on your own referrals and potentially through the infinite number of referral generation. It pays you on every subscription in your entire group until there's another top affiliate between you and that sale. The company will pay the traders $2 every month for every user that selects them as their pro trader. This is independent and in addition to that pro trader bringing their following, earning a direct commission, earning an indirect commission, even promoting the top affiliate. Unlimited number of followers means unlimited income potential for that pro trader. Finally, you've got a company fulfilling a need as opposed to feeding on the greed. Of the 99 that comes into the company, we're paying out more than 74% back out to everyday ordinary people, and we're paying traders, and we're serving others. Here's a snapshot of what you could do earning wise. If you just 3 to get 3 to get 3, duplicate that 7 levels, it's over 22,000 a month in Bitcoin. And if you fail these numbers by 50% and you only get them 50% correct, it's still over $10,000 a month in an asset that has the potential to increase in value. People that started with us in January, those 21s and those 7s turned into over $60 and $20. The same thing is going to happen now. 5 is significant. Why? It covers your monthly subscription out of profit every month as opposed to out of pocket. Every one of you should at least attempt to at least get 5. Now it's pure profit. And again, don't make your minimums your maximum. Get more than 5. How do you do that? By introducing people, getting them under the spout where the information comes out. Think about it. The person that invited you to look at this right now, how hard are they working? The question you need to ask yourself is, can you do what they are doing? And if you can, do a lot of it. Be consistent doing a lot of it over and over and over and over again. I earn no different than you. I don't draw a salary from the company, paying out over 74%. The company keeps what, $18 or a little less? We're just getting started. But I trust my skill set. I trust our business model. I'm comfortable introducing others because we don't walk away with anybody's asset. And let me tell you something, the reward is significant. It's great. 5 that gets 5 that gets 5. We reduced the numbers down on the 7th level. It's still over 346,000. If you fail by 90% and you get the numbers 10% correct, that's over 34,000 a month. A snapshot, a top affiliate, 464,000. And don't forget the $10 unlimited levels deep. That does not include the $10. Trust me, there's more than enough money here if you are consistent and persistent and you're willing to stay the course. I always say, until the pain of remaining the same outweighs the pain of change, will one change. Until the pain of remaining in your same situation outweighs whatever pain it takes for you to make that change in your life, that's when you will change. Important announcement. We're now launching tools to help you grow and build your business. These tools are optional. There are leaders that are part of the company that are already using their own tools, and that's great. They can keep using the tools they want to use. You can use whatever tools you want to use. This is the tool that I'm using, okay? It's a custom designed CPT funnel page. And even though it's designed for CPT, it is a system that you can use for any business, not just Copy Pro traders. It comes with a mobile app that's in the Play Store and the Google Store that tracks everything by sending you alerts like a text message. It's a very, very sharp, sophisticated system. It's a full CRM, sales automation, everything. It even shows you what your potential commission is based on the leads that come into your system. It shows you. It tells you why they joined the business. It tells you how much they want to earn because they can check the box and put in that information. So you know exactly why they're getting involved, how much they want to earn so that you can help them. Here's some of the features. Pre-made CPT funnels, follow-up emails already set up, More to come. Email marketing, sales automation, unlimited funnels, unlimited websites, unlimited contacts, built-in CRM and pipeline management, survey and form builder, bookings, appointment apps, track and analytics, track Facebook ads, track Google ads, course and membership builder, sell products via Stripe, reputation management. It's a full automated system. They've given a discount for us. You know, when you look at all the benefits and features this easily could be more than $97 a month. Normally they charge $120 setup. They waive the setup. It's only $47 a month. Or you can pay $470 for the year, which saves you a couple months. It's optional. Again, you don't have to use this. And there's some leaders that have another funnel system that they're using for their team. That's okay. I'm just sharing with you what I'm using. Okay. We also have a compensation plan associated with our funnel system. It's very simple, just like the CPT. It's a 3-tier compensation plan. 15% on your directs, 5% on your indirects, level 2, and 5% on level 3. And the company also is donating 5% to who? The Missions of Love. Very simple, very clean. So now you have 3 potential income streams inside of CPT. You have the trading, you got the affiliate model, and now you have the marketing system to help you grow your business inside of CPT. I'm going to schedule a Zoom with the company that will share in detail more of this system. I'm rolling this out through the leaders first, allowing the leaders to get a position first, and then those leaders can go to their leaders just to respect the genealogy. But next week, we will go out full blast and just offer it to everybody, and so that people can decide if they want it or not. And then I will schedule that Zoom meeting where we will go over in detail how this system works. We even have it in Spanish as well. Recapping very quickly, $21 on your direct, $7 on your indirect levels 2 through 7, $10 top affiliate bonus. Trading is what? Commission free. You keep 100% of the trading profits. So it's not like we charge you 20% or 30% for you to get your money. You keep 100% of your money. The only qualification is you have to have an active subscription, which means the software only works on accounts that are active. Commissions are available when? Immediately in Bitcoin and soon in Litecoin, because we're going to start accepting Litecoin as a form of payment, and we will pay that out in commissions as well. That's coming soon. You're in control of your crypto trading funds at all times, which means if you have the savvy in crypto, you can set your own stop loss on your exchange. You have full control. You can set your own sales limit. You have full control 100% of the time. Okay, you have unlimited income potential. There's no cap. We use compression so that all of the available commissions paid out. You can profit from trading and building a referral base. And watch this. No commissions are paid from your referrals funding of their trade accounts. In other words, the person that invited you to take a look at this business, they don't earn any additional income from you based on how much you fund your account to begin trading, nor is there any additional profits from your results of trading. Your money is your money. As with any business, your results may vary and will be based on your own individual capacity, work, business experience, expertise, and level desires. There's no guarantees concerning the level of success you may experience. Any testimonies and examples used are exceptional results which do not apply to the average purchaser and are not intended to represent a guarantee that anyone will achieve the same or similar results. Each individual success depends on his or her background, dedication, effort put forward, desire, and motivation. 2 types of mindsets that are here. All you have to do is share with the person that invited you. Either you have the mindset of a number 1 or mindset of number 2. The mindset of a number 1 says, Antoine, this looks great. I'm in. What do I do next? You get the link from the person that invited you, you enroll. If you want the marketing system, ask them for their link, you enroll. The mindset of a number 2 says, Antoine, this looks great, but I got some questions. Great. Get your questions answered and make the decision. We're not here to convince you to do anything. We're here to expose you to Copy Pro traders so that you can have a full understanding of how this works and you can make the best decision for you and your family. With that being said, I want to thank you for tuning in. I'm going to stop this recording right now.